Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Re-Education. Let's talk about key signatures.
Well, if you're anything like me, then you already probably know that learning about music is like learning a new language. Music has its own vocabulary, grammar, syntax, major core concepts, rules, regulations, and styles of notation, along with 1,000 exceptions to each of those rules. So when it comes to key signatures, let's start with something that has no exception. Let's start with the order of sharps and flats. Now, this is not a secret society with a bunch of people that have pointy sticks who like to deflate the tires on cars. No, the order of sharps and flats is a powerful tool in the world of music notation. In order to remember the order of the sharps and flats, we use something called a mnemonic phrase. We've used mnemonic phrases in the past. For example, in the treble clef staff, we might use the word face to remember the notes that are in the spaces, F, A, C, and E. We might also use the phrase, the mnemonic phrase, every good boy deserves fudge, to name the notes on the lines of the treble clef staff. I'm going to throw a different one at you. For the order of sharps, I learned this mnemonic phrase. Fat, cats, go, down, alleys, eating, bagels, or burgers, or bacon, or Belgian waffles, but really it doesn't matter. All that matters are the first letters of each of the words in the mnemonic phrase. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. This is the order of sharps. This order for sharps does not change. We can count on it. That's why we have a mnemonic phrase to remember it. It's extremely important. Conversely, the order of flats is the order of sharps, but backwards. You can think of it that way, or you can use a mnemonic word and another mnemonic phrase. Because it's backwards, it spells a word, and then we have 3 random letters. It spells bead, B-E-A-D, and then I like to remember greatest common factor, G-C-F. Why is this order important? Well, when it comes to key signatures, and keys in general, the order lets you know right away what notes are sharp and what notes are flat. Let's put this into practice. Say I have a key. I don't know the name of the key yet. All I know is how many sharps it has. It has 3 sharps. So what notes are sharp? You don't even have to look at the music. You don't have to know what key it is. But based on the order of sharps, you know exactly what notes are sharp, because the order does not change. Watch. Let's count. We have 3 sharps, right? So, 1, 2, 3. The notes that are sharp are F, C, and G. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. 1, 2, 3. I didn't start from the other end because the order starts with F. Let's do this with a different one. Let's say I have 5 sharps. Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The notes that are sharp are F, C, G, D, and A. So we have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp in this key. Again, it doesn't matter what the key is. It doesn't matter what the name is. What matters most right now is what notes are sharp. And you already know that because of the order. Let's try this with flats. Say I have 3 flats. Remember, the order is reversed. So I'll count like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We know that the notes that are flat in this key are B flat, E flat, A flat. or B, E, and A. Let's try this with a different one. How about we have 6 flats? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the notes that are flat are B, E, A, D, G, and C. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What tends to confuse people is how we name the keys. How do you figure out the name of a key based on the key signature? Let's go back. Say I have 4 flats. Already, because of the order, we know those flats are B, E, A, and D. The trick for finding out the name for a flat key is to go to the flat that is the furthest, in this case, D flat, and then jump 1 backwards, A flat. A flat is the name of the key. Therefore, A flat has 4 flats. Let's look at something that has 1 flat. If the technique for flats is to go to the furthest over and then jump backwards, what happens when you have 1 flat? Well, if we have 1 flat, the note that is flat will be B flat. Now if we jump backwards, we will go all the way back to F. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The key of F has 1 flat, and it is B flat. That's how that works. Now, sharps get a little bit more complicated because they begin to bring about the idea of the half step. Let's talk 4 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. Just like flats, we'll go to the furthest sharp, which happens to be D sharp. We're not going to jump backwards with sharps. Instead, we will focus in on D sharp and raise that note 1 half step. If we raise D sharp 1 half step, we get E. That is the name of the key. E major has 4 sharps. Let's do the single sharp idea. If we have 1 sharp, we know that that sharp is F sharp. If we go to the furthest sharp, it's still F sharp because there's only 1. Remember, we don't jump backwards. So all we have to do is take F sharp and raise it 1 half step. If we raise F sharp 1 half step, it becomes G. G is the name of the key. G has 1 sharp.